This is Find Your Daily Calm, the podcast that helps you find peace and tranquility in your daily life. I'm your host, Sel Gaston, and in today's episode, we have a beautiful bedtime story for young adults that will calm the noisy mind and take you on a journey to a magical garden filled with peace and tranquility. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Emily who had a very noisy mind. She would lie in bed at night, her thoughts racing, her worries piling up, and she just couldn't seem to quiet her mind enough to fall asleep. She tried counting sheep, meditating, and even taking sleeping pills, but nothing seemed to work. One day, Emily decided to go on a journey to find the secret to a peaceful mind. She traveled through forests, climbed mountains, and crossed oceans until she came to a quiet little village nestled in the hills. There she met an old woman who told her a story about a magical garden where all the worries and anxieties of the world were carried away by the wind. The old woman gave Emily a map to the garden and sent her on her way. Emily followed the map through winding paths and over rolling hills until she came to a small gate at the edge of a beautiful garden. She opened the gate and stepped inside. The garden was filled with flowers of every color. Bees buzzing softly and birds singing sweetly in the trees. There was a gentle breeze that carried away the worries and anxieties that had been weighing on Emily's mind. As she wandered through the garden, she came across a wise old sage who sat under a tree, smiling peacefully. Emily sat down beside him and told him about her noisy mind and her troubles falling asleep at night. The sage listened thoughtfully and then handed Emily a small wooden box. Inside this box is a secret that will help you quiet your mind and find peace, he said. But you must promise to keep it safe and use it only when you truly need it. Emily took the box and opened it. Inside, she found a tiny, sparkling gemstone. The sage explained that the gemstone was imbued with the power of the garden, and that if she held it in her hand and closed her eyes, she could imagine herself back in the peaceful garden and let the worries and anxieties be carried away by the wind. Emily thanked the sage and left the garden, feeling lighter and more peaceful than she had in a long time. That night, she lay in bed with the gemstone in her hand, closed her eyes, and imagined herself back in the magical garden. The worries and anxieties began to lift, and she felt herself drifting off to sleep, carried away by the gentle breeze. From that night on, whenever Emily felt her mind racing, she would hold the gemstone in her hand and imagine herself back in the peaceful garden. The worries and anxieties would be carried away by the wind, and she would find peace and calm in the stillness of the garden. And so, young adults, whenever you feel your mind racing, remember Emily's journey and the magical garden. Imagine yourself there, surrounded by the beauty and peace of the garden, and let the worries and anxieties be carried away by the wind. With practice, you too can find peace and calm in the stillness of the garden. Good night and sweet dreams. Thank you for listening to this episode of Find Your Daily Calm. We hope this story has helped you find a moment of peace and calm in your busy day. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our podcast and leave a review to help others find us. Remember, finding daily calm is a journey, not a destination, and we'll be here with you every step of the way. Until next time, stay calm and carry on. May peace be with you.